I got a couple of questions. My first one is, at the end of August, it came to my attention that the VA was moving forward with regulations to implement a fix to the state veterans home reimbursement rate issue. This has been an ongoing problem for the committee. We finally were able to pass legislation. The Senate went to the President. He signed it. And the VA was started moving forward with these regulations without first consulting with the state veterans home, and this is clearly was not the intent of Congress. You received, Secretary Shinseki received a letter from myself, as well as the chair and ranking members of both the House Committee on Veterans Affairs as well as the Senate Committee, joint letter with the four corners stating the law, and it's very clear. The Secretary should consult with the homes, and that is a big issue for me, is the fact that that has not occurred. So my question is, can you assure me that the VA will, in good faith, meet with and negotiate with the state homes to develop an equitable provider agreement, number one? And the second issue is, when the VA meets with the state veterans home, to have someone in there that actually can make the decisions in that regard, so they can hear firsthand some of the problems. This has been an ongoing issue since we originally passed the law back in 2006, and I don't want to get in the situation again where rules are implemented that will cause problems for our veterans homes throughout the country.
No, Mr. Michaud, I'm glad you raised it. Very simple, I think that we at VA have an obligation to do two things under the federal acquisition regulations. You know, and I'm sure we'll hear more about areas where we need to do better in that score, but I think we've got two principal obligations, an obligation to transparency and an obligation to value. I can't promise that we won't be very tough negotiators at the table looking to safeguard the expenditure of public funds, but I can assure you, as in our discussion you have represented, the law was clear on that need to have a consultative process, and we'll certainly commit to do that, and I look forward to that discussion.
Well, I hope you do, because the law is very clear, and that was a big concern, not only of mine, but the four corners of both the House and the Senate, that the process was moving forward without that interaction which was required under the law. So I appreciate that.